and welcome to a new video. It is a bit of a random start of the video, but I just decided then and there that I would film like a what I knit in a day weekend edition kind of video. But let's start right away. So I was working on the Hermione everyday socks and I cast this on like the evening before. Also, I was not at home when I was filming this. This was filmed on a Saturday, and Friday evening, like the evening before, I went to my parents' house. They live like an hour away from me, and sometimes I just go there for the weekend, which I did. And I said it in my previous video as well, but it always feels a little bit like a holiday. Like I just take some knitting with me, a book, and then I just chill basically. So yeah, on my way there I cast on the Hermione everyday socks. I always do a double folded cuff on socks and on basically everything because I really like the way it looks. And I was using this yarn by Wool met Verve, which is a Dutch yarn company which I really like. I never bought anything from them before except for this skein, and I really like the color, so I will definitely be buying more. But yeah, as I said, cast on the Hermione everyday socks. I really like the pattern. It is so simple, it is free as well, which I also really like. And yeah, I just started my Saturday morning off with some sock knitting while having my tea. Also, something I really like about visiting my parents is seeing the family dog. Anyway, after I had my breakfast and did some knitting, I decided to go on a little walk around town. I went to the local charity shop and yeah, it was really nice, really cozy. I also said this in my previous video, but my hometown always reminds me of Gilmore Girls and yeah, just living my best life, honestly. So yeah, I took 3 projects with me. I took 2 socks and I took my sweater that I started on holiday. It is the No Frill sweater by Petite. I made one already and it's honestly my most worn jumper so far, and I really wanted another one. I had this yarn by Knitting for Olive laying around for quite some time and I didn't really know what to do with it. And then for my holiday I decided to just get some mohair and pair it to make a no frill sweater, and I'm really happy with the choice. The color is absolutely stunning. I love it so much and it's so soft as well, and just it feels amazing, and it's just a really easy pattern and just, you know, some mindless knitting. And yeah, I started working on the first sleeve that weekend, which I don't know, it always feels like really nice to be working on the sleeve. I always like doing the sleeves first. So the way I often knit sweaters is I just finish like the yoke and split for the sleeves, and I just knit until I run out of yarn most of the time, and then I start doing the sleeves. I don't know why, but I really like doing it that way. I like when the body is finished, that the jumper is finished as well, and I don't have to do the sleeves, because, you know, Sleeve Island is definitely a thing. I don't mind being on Sleeve Island, but I'm also always really happy when I get them done. So yeah, sleeves first really is what I like to do. Also because I often play yarn chicken a little bit. So yeah. But yeah, I really like how this is turning out, and I didn't knit too much on a sweater, I have to say. I mostly knit on my socks at weekend. But yeah, after knitting I went for a walk around town and I had a great time. Something I really love about my hometown is just the nature. It is so beautiful, and while I was on my walk, like I took some coffee with me, some iced coffee because it was still quite hot. I took some knitting with me. I found 3 pumpkins, which is amazing. Like I saw some mushrooms, some snails. I was just living my best life, feeling so autumnal as well. Eventually, I sat down on a little bench and decided to do some knitting while drinking my coffee, and like I had my little pumpkin sitting next to me. It was so cozy, and yeah, I basically watched the sun go down while doing some knitting. And I got home quite late actually. Like it was getting dark already. At one point I was walking home and my mom called me and she's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm just walking." And she was like, "It's been like 3 hours." And I was like, "Yeah." Oh, so funny. But yeah, when I got home, I continued on my no frill sweater for a little bit, and then I went to sleep. The next day, I didn't really have time to knit that much actually, because I had 2 birthday parties to attend, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So I didn't really knit in the morning, but in the afternoon it was my mom's birthday celebration, and it was just family around, so I decided to just do some knitting while being there, which I don't think anyone did mind at all. Like I always find it a bit to just start knitting, but yeah, they don't mind, I think. And I had a blast because I could just talk to my family, have some nice snacks and some drinks, and then knit. And then in the evening after dinner, I went home and I did quite some knitting on the train as well. Still working on my Hermione everyday sock. Just the combination of the pattern and this yarn, it is so stunning, and it looks a lot more complicated than it actually is because the pattern is so simple. Like, I think I can say this because it's a free pattern. On one row you knit 3 stitches, and then you purl 1, you knit 3 stitches, you purl 1, and then you knit around, and then on the third round you 1, purl 1, knit 3, purl 1, knit 3, purl 1, and then you knit around as well, and then you just repeat what I just said. Again, it's so simple, but it looks amazing. And again, the combination of the yarn and then the pattern, I'm just in love, to be honest, and I want to knit all my socks with a texture now. I still want to do some like lacy socks, but I don't know. I have never really knit lace before, so yeah. Anyway, I just had a nice train ride full of knitting, and then I came home and I honestly went to sleep right away because I was so tired. Yeah, and that's a typical weekend. Normally I have to work like one shift a weekend, but this weekend I had the whole weekend off, which was really nice. And yeah, I just tend to do a lot of knitting in the weekends, because my partner has like weekends off as well, so we often go somewhere for coffee or for dinner, and then I will always take my knitting with me. But this time we went to my parents' house for the weekend, and it was also really nice, and it felt like a little holiday. Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was quite short and a bit random. I hope you don't mind. I hope you liked seeing what I've been up to last weekend. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps my channel. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!